Hello Internet, I'm Amber. I don't have any narwhals today because I'm in a hotel, but I do have Ruby. See Ruby? See her little cute little silhouette right here? Wise is here too. So is Blake and Yang and my wig heads. But yeah, I'm in a hotel because I'm at an anime convention. Dun, da, da, da. Too much? Too much. So, this is most certainly not my first anime convention, but I do remember my first. And there were a lot of things that I wish I would have known about anime conventions, what to expect, what to do, what not to do, back whenever I was a weeby little noob. So, I thought, why don't I sit down and talk to you guys about, your first convention? Because I know they are super exciting. I bet you're so excited if you're planning your first convention, or even, maybe not even your first. Maybe you've gone to a couple. Maybe this is your second. But I know you're excited. I can see it. I can totally see it through this camera lens. You don't believe me? Well, you don't have to believe me. It's true though. Anyway, the excitement is what gets newcomers to anime conventions, I think. You're so excited, you're getting to see your characters that you just love so much, they're your babies, you're getting to see people just bring them to life, and you're getting to go to all these fun panels, and there's so much energy and hype, and you just soak it all up, and you're just bouncing off the walls everywhere. And it can lead to a few mistakes that I've made, my friends have made, we've all made them. And I think the biggest one is touching people. People go to conventions, and yes, conventions can be very full of love and contact, but con is not consent. Cosplay is not consent. Consent is only consent when consent is given. So, I know you can more than likely go up to a cosplayer and be like, oh my gosh, your cosplay is so cool, I love this character, can I hug you? Most of them will say yes. But others, just because they cosplay doesn't mean they want you to touch them. So always ask. And don't, if they do say yes, don't go up to them just like fangirl squealing and glomp them. They've worked hard on these costumes. They've worked really, really hard on them. And you getting overexcited and glomping them or just being too rough could break a piece of their armor or accidentally rip a seam, something that is just not nice, and don't do it. Be careful. Also, another big tip, and this is my favorite one, because I am all about arriving early everywhere. Arrive to your convention early. Like, as early as you can, because A, the registration line might be long. And, side note, always pre-register. You will save money, and you will save time. But get to your con early. Get to your con early so you can explore the exposition center, the hotel, wherever it is, to get an idea of where your panels are, where your exits are, where the dealer room's going to be, where the artist alley is, where anything you're going to want to go to is. That way, whenever it comes like, oh gosh, you've got two panels back to back, you're at one, how do you get to the other? You're going to be able to find it much easier if you've mapped out the place beforehand, which most conventions are going to give you a map. Most conventions are going to explicitly have signs on the doors to your panels telling you what they are. A lot of them will have lists outside their panel of what the different event names are and the times that they're going to be there. But it's still a good idea just to have an idea where you're going. Which I'm also going to say, most conventions, before if you see fluff, This is my dog. This is my service dog. He goes to conventions with me. That's a whole nother video. Do you want your toy? Anyway, most conventions will post their tentative schedules online about a week or a few days before the convention actually happens. I would encourage you to print out the tentative schedule and take a highlighter to it. Get an idea of what panels you want to go to, what times they're happening, how they conflict with other panels you might want to go to, because there are so many great panels, and unfortunately a lot of them happen around the same time. But get an idea of your schedule, talk with your friends who are also going, so you can kind of see where your likes and dislikes conflict each other, so you can make compromises before you get to the con, and then when you actually get the official schedule at the convention, you can take your highlighter, copy off of the schedule you printed before coming, and bada bing bada boom, you have pre-planned, and it's going to make your con run so much more smoothly. So not only should you utilize your schedule, but utilize the staff. Usually they have some kind of special badge that is going to identify them as someone who works for the con or is volunteering at the con. If you need help finding something or need general information, these people are here to help you. They're here to help you have a good time. They want you to stay safe. Whatever you need. Now, bags. Always carry a bag with you. And always have in that bag food, just a candy bar, granola bar, something, and water. Most conventions are going to have water laying around for you, but it's always a good idea to have it with you. Hydration is important. Whatever bag you bring, I'm going to recommend you use a backpack. I may not have narwhals, but I have unicorns! My obsession with horned animals aside. A backpack, it's going to be easier to carry around. It's going to distribute weight evenly on your shoulders. There's plenty of room in a small backpack for if you buy anything at the dealer's room, at the artist alley, to carry around your water and a little bit of food in, your inhaler, your medicine, whatever you need, and you're less likely to drop it or get it caught on someone's cosplay or someone just walking by. So I recommend a backpack. Definitely recommend a backpack. Speaking of medications or inhalers or whatever you have, I am totally going to recommend that in that backpack you keep some kind of emergency information. Emergency contacts, what medications you're on, any specific needs that a doctor might need to know in case something happens at the convention that, lands you in the hospital or something. It's happened to me. It's happened to people I know. And also, if you have a friend with you, which I don't ever recommend going to a convention alone, just because the world's a dangerous place and I don't trust people. But if you have a friend going with you and you're worried about, if you have some kind of health issue happened, write a statement. And I suggest you write it in your own hand. Don't type it out on the computer. Write a statement saying that this person can speak for you if you're unable to speak for yourself. I had a situation at a convention once where I had a bad dissociative episode and couldn't speak for myself, and the EMT screamed my friend out of the room. My friend who knew what was going on and was trying to inform him, because apparently he's not allowed to listen to anyone who isn't my family. We filed complaints about that EMT, but to avoid something like that happening, I always carry with me just a little note that I've written out, that I've gotten my parents to sign, that I've signed, and that my friend has signed, saying that they can speak for me in a state of emergency. I can't guarantee that this will exactly work, but it might help you in a pinch. It makes me at least feel better. Alright, I've saved this one for last because it is probably what I find to be the most annoying thing that people who are new to conventions do. And that's act like they know it all. And I don't mean know it all about conventions. I mean, they act like they know it all about whatever fandom they're part of. They want to feel like a special cookie. Guys, don't do that. It's obnoxious. It's not nice. It's not a good impression to leave. So interact with an open mind of these are people who enjoy the things I enjoy too. It doesn't matter who knows more or who likes it more or who has more. Conventions are about camaraderie and coming together under this umbrella niche of things that make us happy. So let's be happy. Let's be happy and enjoy it together.